Well, that's it. Shohei Ohtani is out for the season. Way to go, Angels. Way to go. So Shohei Ohtani had been dealing with a little bit of arm fatigue for about 2 weeks. He wasn't pitching. And then in last night's game, Wednesday, August 23rd, 2023, he was pulled from the game after 1.1 innings pitched. And now we know it's because of injury. He has a tear in his ulnar collateral ligament in his right arm, which is his pitching arm. So he's done pitching for 2023. But here's what makes this even worse. The Angels GM, Perry Niacin, has said that he's going to have Shohei Ohtani day-to-day on the DH role for the remainder of the season and that he just won't pitch anymore in 2023. This is stupid. What are we doing? Shohei Ohtani should not touch a baseball field right now. This man could make over $600 million as a free agent this offseason, and now that's out the window, especially if you're going to run him out there to be your DH and just further this injury along. No, he needs to be off the field, completely away from it. And you know, I've been an advocate, a huge advocate for the Angels to keep Shohei Ohtani forever. But now I'm over with that. I'm done with it. This is stupid. You're talking about a man that has lifted baseball from the cellar to the sky. He put baseball back on a map. And now you're getting so greedy that you want him to DH after this injury when you have no hopes of the playoffs because you're the Angels and you never do. I'm serious. It's upsetting. And look, I get it. I do. He's chasing an MVP. He's having one of the best seasons of all time. I get it. But it's not worth Shohei making this injury even worse and definitely missing out on a $600 million payday. Because usually with this type of injury, a Tommy John surgery always follows, especially if you're having the guy hit after he's already sustained the injury. And if that happens, it wouldn't be Shohei Ohtani's first Tommy John surgery. He had Tommy John back in 2018 and it kept him out for the next 2 seasons. He was out all of 2019 and he only had 2 starts in 2020. So now we've got to ask ourselves, what's going to happen in the free agent market? Like, I feel bad for Shohei Ohtani. He's put this team on his back, especially with Trout being out, and now Trout and Ohtani are out. This man has worked so hard to get where he's at, and now one of 2 things is going to happen. Either Shohei Ohtani is going to have Tommy John surgery or he's not. And then depending on that, another one of 2 things is going to happen. Is he going to get a long-term contract like Aaron Judge? Because either way, teams aren't going to trust that Shohei Ohtani is going to be a suitable starting pitcher anymore because this injury could only get worse. And as a team, you can't throw $600 million at a 2-way player that might only be a 1-way player after this injury heals up. So again, one of 2 things will happen. He'll either get a long-term contract but have to take money like Aaron Judge, like around $400 million, because he'll mainly be a DH, or he could take a 1 or 2 year deal, high AAV, and just bet on himself that he can come back as a starting pitcher, as a stud of a 2-way player, and then go back out and get his contract. Because let's be honest, no team is going to give $600 million, $30 million a year for hitting, $30 million a year for pitching for the great 2-way player that Shohei is, only to find out that after this injury heals up, he can no longer pitch. He can no longer be a starter at the least, maybe a bullpen piece. But you can't be paying $60 million a year for a guy that's going to be a DH. Doesn't matter how good he is, because business is tough, and if Shohei is no longer a 2-way player, the fandom around him will die down, and teams can't risk that. They won't. At the end of the day, baseball is still just a business. I don't know what's going to happen, but this is the information that I have right now. And let me know in the comment section down below if you guys are furious about this, because I'm sick and tired of the Angels ruining baseball. I'm sorry. And if they continue to run him out there to be their DH and it hurts him even more, Shohei Ohtani may never be able to be a 2-way player again. And then I'm sorry, but the Angels need to be banished from baseball, both their owner and their GM. It's just getting silly at this point. Oh man. Anyways, peace. I love you guys. I'll see you in the next one.